Acadiana's Mother Goose. I'm so happy that you're with me again this week. I hope you're going to enjoy the book that I picked. I've had a great time reading it myself. The book is right here. It's called Rebuilding the Cajun Way. And it's written by Tina Hebert and illustrated by Hannah Crator. And it's a wonderful book. So would you like me to read it to you? I'd be happy to do that. Let's see what we have here. Well, as you all know, we recently went through a hurricane, Hurricane Barry, and I had already picked this book out before that happened. But this book is so appropriate to read at this time because it's dedicated to those who suffer from the effects of natural disaster or trauma and the angels and heroes who rise to the occasion to assist them. And this was dedicated to Miss Hebert's, to her beautiful family and devoted friends, and in memory of her children, Therese and Cortland. Way down south where the bayous flow, three little Cajuns planned a fais-do-do. Yvonne put herself in charge of the planning and all. She made a list, gave out orders, and lined things along the wall. Jacques was a laid-back fellow who just liked Yvonne's food. He volunteered to help and promised he would be good. Tilou was a believer who worked hard and was smart. He took care of everyone because he had a big heart. And here, this is all of them together at the home of Yvonne. And they're cooking. Once the decorations were hung, it was quite a big deal. Their friends would be coming with their favorite Cajun meal. And here they are. This is Yvonne, Tilou, and Jacques. They're all decorating outside at Yvonne's house, getting ready for the fais-do-do, and all of their friends. The pirogue was iced down with soft drinks at the break of day, and they hired their favorite band so they could dance the day away. And here it is showing a band showing up with their trailer and bringing out all their musical instruments. I just love the pictures in this wonderful story. Gumbo was brewing with a homemade roux, and there was jambalaya, crawfish pie, and etouffee too. Mabel brought pralines in a pretty blue tin can, and Claude had beignets from his papa's sister Anne. Everybody's bringing food to the fais-do-do. The time was drawing near for the party to begin when Irene rushed over, all panicked, with the news from Cousin Glenn. There's a storm in the Gulf, and there's gonna be a lot of rain. Yvonne jumped up and screamed and began to go insane. There, see? Jacques couldn't care less and kept his mouth shut, while Lou said, "Calm down, Cher. You getting all worked up. The rain won't start to fall till our friends have come and gone. Now take you a deep breath and put your boots back on." They waited for more friends, but no one dared to show. The rain began to fall, and the wind began to blow. Suddenly, Tilou sensed it was not safe to stay, so he said, "Come on, y'all. We better call it a day." So see, there was a bad storm that was coming. They had sadness in their hearts, and although it was tough, they got the truck, hitched the boat, and loaded all their stuff. This was not the way things were supposed to be, but they figured there was a reason, so they tried to let it be. They traveled to Yvonne's house made of stalks of sugar cane, but she cried when she noticed some were floating in the rain. Lou urged, "Come with me, Beb, case the water gets worse." So she picked up her belongings and threw them in her purse. See, there's Yvonne's little house it was made of sugar cane, and the bad rain and wind was making it all get messed up. The next stop was the place Jacques called home, made of Spanish moss and mud and a little styrofoam. To their surprise, the foundation was gone. His things nowhere in sight. His poor Jacques mumbled, "May, where I'm gonna sleep tonight?" "Follow me, partner," said T. Lou. And they all went down the road to Lou's house made of cypress with strong windows that were old. Because T. Lou was smart, he built his home on a hill and had it stocked with food and water and candles on the sill. So T. Lou had a nice cypress-built home, and so his was still okay. After unloading their things, there was more work to do, because there's no such thing as lazy when you hang out with T. Lou. Yvonne and Jacques helped by putting sandbags all around, while T. Lou secured and lifted everything to higher ground. So Yvonne is a sweet little pig right here. And let's see, we also have Jacques, who is this little possum right here. And the pelican, that's T. Lou. So they're all trying to help T. Lou save his home right now. At dusk, the candles were lit as they prayed a little prayer that their friends could all stay safe in their homes everywhere. Oh, look at that right there. They're all on their knees praying that they'll all be safe and that their friends will be safe too. It was a long, scary night. Everyone slept high off the floor. No one dared go near the windows or even near the door. See, they're sleeping on this sofa, this little chair right here. That's, right over here. And then there's Yvonne sleeping on a table. And there's T. Lou. He's kind of sleeping on like a little bench by the table. When they awakened the next morning, a mess was what they found. Branches, logs, and neighbors' things had floated all around. They learned some were not as dry who lived across the town, so they jumped inside the pirogue and rescued those they found. Oh, poor things. They all got flooded. So they're going out there to help them. They're going to save them from the floods. Because they've lost everything. Their friends have lost everything. They sought shelter for those in need and helped as many as they could. Cooking, cleaning, even Jacques did all that he could. It made their hearts feel so warm to give more than to receive, and every good deed helped the others to believe. So they took in some of the people that had lost their homes and that they were in the flood. Isn't that a great thing that they did there? After hard work and time, healing came to the community. Oh, what joy spread along the bayou and in the trees. Together they rebuilt, and things were even better than before. They learned more about one another and valued each other more. So all the different animals, reptiles, they all came together to help each other, and they got to learn more and more about each other. Isn't that the way it should be? The day finally came to have their huge fey-do-do, and since Cajuns love a party, they let everybody know. The band played all day long, with the lead singer Joe singing, jambalaya, crawfish pie, filet gumbo. There's the band, and Joe is right there. He's the alligator in the middle playing the accordion. And the name of their band is the Zoddy Critters. Isn't that a cute name? I just love this book. They all danced and passed a good time with such joie de vivre, and with faith, hope, and love, they all lived happily. And here they all are. There's Yvonne. Let's see, there's Yvonne and Tilou. Who else do we have here? And Jacques. They're all out there dancing along with the music, having a good time. So everybody helped everybody and pitched in when everybody had to go through the storm, just like we had to do here with Hurricane Barry. We had a lot of family and friends and neighbors and other people that came in and helped us and helped all the families, because there was a lot of problems with flooding, and some people may have lost things too. But it always helps to have family, friends, and neighbors to come in and help you. Now, some of the words that I read in the story, you may or may not know. So if it's okay with you, I'm just going to go through the list of the Cajun terms that I said today. Bayou is the streams of murky water that flow through Louisiana. Bé, that's a term of endearment meaning babe. Beignet is a fried dough pastry covered with powdered sugar. You see a lot of those down in New Orleans, of course, but we have them here too. Cajun, it's a slang term used for the Acadians, who are the French-speaking, who migrated from France to Nova Scotia, then to Louisiana in the 18th century, as well as their present-day descendants. These people, their food, and their culture are all revered to Acadian, or referred to Acadian. Crawfish. You know what a crawfish is. It's a crustacean resembling a small lobster that grows in the mud of South Louisiana and bears the nickname mudbug. I love crawfish, boiled crawfish. Do you love boiled crawfish too? I know you do. Cher. That's a term of endearment meaning dear. Cypress is a tree that grows in the swamps of Louisiana. Étouffée, that's good. Crawfish étouffée and shrimp étouffée, yum. That's a specialty sauce made with a tangy, spicy tomato base that usually includes shrimp or crawfish. Fais dodo is a Cajun party with live music, food, drink, and dancing. Have you ever been to a fais dodo? It's a lot of fun and there's a lot of dancing with, usually you have a band. Filet, it's ground sassafras leaves used to season gumbo and other Cajun dishes. Jambalaya is a rice dish prepared with onions, celery, green peppers, and a little roux. It includes any combination of beef, pork, smoked sausage, fowl, like a chicken or a hen, or seafood. This is making me hungry. I don't know about you. Joie de vivre, joy of living, a philosophy of life in having a cheerful spirit. Mais, it means but or well. Pirogue, a Cajun canoe used to travel down the bayou. Padna, a term of endearment meaning friend or buddy. That's my padna. Praline, you know what a praline is. It's a sweet confection made of sugar, butter, cream, and pecans. I love pralines, don't you? Roux, a flour and oil mixture cooked until brown to make a base for gumbos or stews. Spanish moss, a fungus that looks like coarse hair. It hangs from trees in South Louisiana and the cypress trees in the swamp. You've seen Spanish moss before. You usually see it in a lot of trees, oak trees, cypress trees, all kinds of trees around Louisiana. Y'all, it's slang for the term you all. And zydeco, a type of music that is enjoyed in Louisiana. It is a mix between Cajun music and African rhythm and blues. I just love to dance to zydeco music and to Cajun music, don't you? Well, let me tell you a little bit about the wonderful author of this book. Tina Hebert and her husband, Kevin, are both descendants of the first Cajuns to arrive in a region called Acadiana, where they have raised their 4 children. She is passionate about her faith, her family, the arts, and her Cajun roots. Traveling and spending time with her husband, children, and their spouses, and 7 grandchildren bring her the greatest joy. And this is what she says: "This project has been a pleasure to adopt, and I truly hope that each and every person who reads this book can feel a small portion of the joie de vivre of the Cajun spirit. Although this story takes place along the bayous of South Louisiana, I believe that many who read it will relate to a time when they too have been affected by or witnessed a natural disaster around them. During such time, children are often in a state of misunderstanding as to all that is taking place around them. This is a great opportunity to enlighten them and teach them how important it is to keep a positive outlook in the midst of adversity." Now, the illustrator, Hannah Crador, she was growing up in Youngsville, Louisiana, and always been passionate about her Cajun culture. After the tragic flood that occurred in Acadiana in 2016 and her hometown was affected, Hannah witnessed her community come together to help one another. Amidst attending the University of Louisiana at Lafayette for Visual Arts, concentrating in graphic design, Hannah was commissioned to work alongside Tina Hebert to illustrate and capture the Cajun spirit, that lies within the pages of this book. And this is what she said. Severe weather affects many people, and although this is something many want to forget, it's important that we remember the strength within our communities as everyone works together to rebuild their lives. Our children can learn lessons, valuable lessons, from the beautiful character of each and every Cajun. Well, I just enjoyed this book so much. I hope you enjoyed it too. You know, it was all about three little Cajun animals who plan and host a party for their friends with all their favorite food and music. But their plan takes a devastating turn when a storm comes along and they're forced to deal with the circumstances. This is a wonderful book for all of you out there, and of course including ages 5 to 10 years old. And it helps you learn a lot about how important it is to rebuild the Cajun way. I hope that you enjoy this book as much as I did, and I hope you get a chance to read it one time. You may be interested in getting it for yourself, but you can also find me on my YouTube channel. It's Acadiana's Mother Goose if you'd like to see this read again, or also any of my other shows that I've done. And I'll also be on Facebook. So I hope your parents can help you find those things so you can listen to some of the other books and other shows that I've done. I even had my sister come at Christmas time. She's known as Acadiana's Mrs. Santa Claus. So you'll get to hear her too on my show. And she reads Christmas story and sings some Christmas songs. So I hope you did enjoy it, and thank you so much for being with me. I really do appreciate it. I hope that you come back again and listen to my next story. I'll be reading another one next month, so I hope you look forward to it. I always look forward to reading to you. Thank you so much. It's been a wonderful day with you, and I hope you have a wonderful day too. Thank you. And I hope to see you again. Thank you so much. Bye. Bye.